Hello, my name is Dee Dee Womack, and I'm with AdjusterTrainer.com. We specialize in teaching flood claims adjusters how to do their job, how to write a claim from start to finish using Xactimate 28. So let's get started. To open Xactimate 28, if you're on your desktop, you would go and double-click on the icon, and it will open up a box that will then have you put your username and password in. If you are going in through the internet, you would simply go to Xactimate.com and sign in using the same Xactware ID and password. So try to think of a simple password so that it's easy for you to remember to get onto Xactimate. So I'm going to enter mine and push OK. And this is going to then open us up to what I refer to as the main screen, the Xactimate 28 main screen. And the reason I call it the main screen is because you could also open projects from this main screen. You can do other things like download price list from the main screen. If you have the professional version, you'll have a tab called Project Management. If you have the demo software, you're not going to have this project management key, but don't worry, you'll still be able to do everything that we do. And I suggest that you have your Xactimate on at the same time you're watching my training programs so that you can stop the video and try what I do as you're going along. Okay, so let's get started with just getting familiar with the Xactimate screen. Up here in the upper left-hand corner is something that says Xactimate 28 dash, and then it says FLOOD-CLA. Now yours is going to be probably the first 6 or 7 letters of your email address that you used for your Xactware ID. Then you see a dash, and then people will be asking you, what is your Xactware or your Xactanalysis address? Your Xactnet address is what we call it for short. So your Xactnet address is, mine is my first name, then period, then the city when I first signed up with Xactimate where I was living, then another period, the state where I was, then another period, and because I've had a couple of different versions of Xactimate 28, I have my Xactnet address has a 2 at the end. Most likely yours is going to be first name, period, city you're in, period, and state you're in. Okay? So whatever it says here in this portion is your Xactnet address. Xactimate works using a system of tabs and subtabs, and this is an important concept for you to capture right now, because if you forget to click on a tab and then the corresponding subtabs, you just might miss something. So just keep in mind that not only are you going to have a major tab, like we have here, Xactimate, it has create project, a new project, do options, tools, help, and exit. We'll go over this in a bit. Under the Control Center tab, you have the Recent Projects tab. So anything that you've opened recently will show up here, and the corresponding sketch. So for example, if you didn't have a sketch, you won't see anything in the project preview window. We also have a way to make the project preview window smaller or larger, depending on what your preferences are. I like to be able to see as much of my recent project window as I can. As a matter of fact, you can go through here, and if you right click, you can say restore column defaults, which mine are set at column defaults. But what if you wanted to hide, for example, number of items? I could right click and say hide this column and make it smaller. What if I didn't, if everything I do, which is true in my case, everything is always a carrier profile, I could right click, say hide this column, and make this much more user-friendly to the eye. This grand total section I like because I can tell whether I've started entering items into my estimate. So just know that as you go along in your recent project window, or if you're in your projects window, which you'll see that in just a moment, you can organize things in your columns. So here we go. I'm just restoring it. One of the things I might want to do again is that you can click. So left click, hold, and drag, and you'll be able to move your column to a place where you'd prefer it. So a lot of times I will look at something from the last time I had modified it. So this changes the way that your display is. Okay, probably TMI for right now, too much information, but as you become more proficient with Xactimate, these are the little tweaks you'll want to know how to make. Okay, and then down at the bottom, this is the most important section, and yours is probably not as large as mine because I've already maximized this by moving this line up and down. You're going to get used to doing that in Xactimate as well. But I have over here a connect button. You're going to have a different button here if you don't have a live version of Xactimate. Okay, so when I click connect, this is what takes my instance of Xactimate and connects it with the main Xact analysis system.